I'm here with Cyrix as part of WS's ongoing coverage of Fragicago here at the Scrims Esports Center. And so to start things off with you, Cyrix, I wanted to ask you, so you guys have now made playoffs, and it seems like you had a pretty easy run to playoffs. How are you feeling about the event so far?
Just great, honestly. I think what we've done here so far is just show what we've got and just show to every team that we played so far that we're just playing really well, and we just look to basically just continue that in the future of the event.
And keeping in sort of overall your thoughts about this event and keeping about your thoughts about your time so far, I wanted to ask you, you guys signed with Unjustified sort of at the start of season 46. Considering you were orgless before, how has your time been with this org, and like what's it overall been like?
It's been good, honestly. I can't really complain about anything the org has done with us so far. They've accommodated us whenever we've needed, and they've given us the things that we've asked for. So just honestly, all good. Nothing to complain about.
And with that sort of signing on to Unjustified, we saw sort of a U-turn from Wolf, where he left the team and retired, then came back about a week later with Unjustified. I was wondering if you could give us your perspective on like what happened there with him.
I think it was just more of a misunderstanding than anything, honestly. It was just something that we really needed to talk about a bit more within the team and just kind of figure out where we were going in the future. And then after we had those conversations and figured things out, he was just able to come back, and we were able to give him the support he needed to actually come play with us in the future. So it just all worked out.
And coming into season 46, you guys made one other change to your roster, replacing DJF with Arcade. Can you explain that roster change as well?
Well, I think at the time, DJF just wanted to retire, and he did briefly, but then he ended up joining Eros and playing with those guys and stuff. But I think, honestly, I mean, no offense to DJF here, I think the decision was beneficial for us because it allowed us to expand on our roles a little bit and change our play style a little bit, and I think it's been a much better change for us ever since.
And speaking of Arcade, a lot of players on your team don't have a ton of LAN experience, whereas Arcade's very well, prepped at LAN. He used to play, obviously, with some of the Davenport Black roster. He's gone to a ton of LANs. I think his first LAN may have been like Fragadelphia 15. Has his experience with LAN been a benefit to you guys so far?
Yeah, actually, 100%. He's been super calm in all of our matches so far, and his calls have been fantastic. So, yeah, I think his experience here, he just kind of knows everybody. He knows what's going on. He knows what to do. I think his experience is invaluable, and I think it's great. Yeah.
And speaking of the team's overall trajectory, last season we saw when you were under your previous org, you guys ended up having to actually play relegation, and now this season you've put on an amazing performance in ECL. What changed between season 45 and season 46 that's allowed you guys to completely sort of flip the script on your team's trajectory?
Well, I think the main thing is just Counter-Strike 2. I think that was the big change. I think this game really lends itself to us very well, and I think we play around what the game has offered extremely well, honestly. I think our play style just works very well with the meta we have, and I think we're just working together really well. Comms are really great. We're just working together, and we just keep grinding, so there's just only up from here.
And, so I want to kind of ask you more specifically about that. Like, what about CS2 particularly, like, suits you guys and allows you to be better than you were in CSGO?
I think for us, it just means we can take a lot more fights that we like to take. I think our play style is aggressive, but it can be passive. I think we kind of change things up a lot, and I think because of that, we can really kind of get our flow into the game very well, and I think we're able to change things up on a dime if we need to. So it's just constantly being able to adapt, constantly being able to change things is what's really good for us, and it keeps working. So we're just going to keep doing it.
And then, so we're looking towards playoffs of Fragicago, and I think everyone's sort of expecting, Unjustified, Might, Badass, and a couple of those other teams that make it into playoffs to sort of look for first place. Do you guys, with those other teams in mind, how do you think about your chances of winning this event? Do you feel like you're the favorites going into playoffs?
Honestly, yeah. I think we are the best team here. I think we have all the players on our roster. I think the other teams are missing some players, besides Might, I think, but I still think we're better than them. And I think we are the best team at this event, and I think we should win, no doubt.
All right, and final question for you. So looking towards ECL playoffs, your opening matches against Party Astronauts. Keeping in mind they've recently changed 2 players, how do you feel about your chances against that squad?
I think it's definitely going to be a tough match, but I think it's going to be a good match. I think we shape up against them very well, and our play styles kind of go against each other quite well. So I think it's going to be a very good match, and I think we'll see what happens.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, and I think we'll see you guys in action on Sunday, I believe. All right, thank you.